Hello, friends. Welcome to the first battle of the semifinals. We've got AdamElf today against iiPK. What a battle we are set up for. And we're seeing the end of some practice here, I believe, from these two runners. So while we have that going on, I'll tell you a little bit about them. AdamElf has come into today's competition with a best win streak of 9. His favorite level in this, 8-3. Got a favorite Mario of SMB3 because that's the one that got him hooked on the whole thing. Much respect for that. And if you want to check out AdamElf, does a lot of the new releases from Nintendo, including just finishing up 3D All-Stars lately. iiPK, of course, he's just recently finished up collecting all levels in Mario 35, so can select them all. And likes a good selection of them, getting in the 2-2, 4-1, 6-1, even 8-4s. Likes to get away from the early 1-1, 1-2. Of course, it's iiPK, so you know, gonna play very aggressive, gonna go for the battles and kills and enemies every chance he gets. Recent accomplishments, he was the Mario Maker 2 Season 3 Expert and Versus Tournament winner back-to-back here on GSA. Normally you can find iiPK doing Mario Maker 2, but recently beat the Lost Levels blind. So, there you go, a little bit of background on these two runners as we wait for their practice to wrap up. Chat's telling us their favorites. And hope everybody is having a good one. So, as for what we're trying to do here, the easiest way to put it is we're all about those coins. The most coins is going to win the day. You get 3 games to collect as many as you can. So huge incentive on actually winning the game because that's who gets the most coins in it. And we have seen them decided that way. We just wrapped up our last group match play as we're getting into this. And that was really decided by the fact you had one player win 3 of their games versus the other only won 2. Well, you're getting a preview of how these two like to do it. iiPK throwing those Lakitus on everybody. I'd say unsuspecting, but you better expect everything when it comes to Mario 35. Otherwise, that's just on you. I mean, okay, maybe you don't have to expect a Bowser in the first screen, but, you know, by the time you're 5 minutes in, you better be expecting it. Of course, sometimes it's out of your control. You're going back to 1-1 anyways. And the classic 1-1 and 1-2. You're gonna see them the most in a run, of course. Because they are back-to-back, they are at the start, and the game loves to send you there. But sometimes they're a very different experience based upon the enemies that you have. You know, you throw bloopers or Cheep Cheeps in there. It's quite different. Well, iiPK is in red time there. Not quite yet red time for AdamElf, but only 3 players left there. Chat commenting on iiPK's anti-Yoshi ways. Well, there's no Yoshi in Mario 35, so no concerns for the Yoshi fans. You don't have to look away. Alright, so the battle of the practice is continuing. They look to both be down to 3. And not much choice there for iiPK, but boy, it's really smooth movement there to get all those coins in rapid succession. So one of his opponents has been in a castle level to throw some photoboos around. Timer going plenty quick for iiPK, but got a good number up there. Probably would like to expand it. Meanwhile, Adam's practice run just continues on. He's got plenty of time, not in the red yet. This is not actually the first match yet. This is them wrapping up some practice. But hey, that just means bonus content for us. Chad, you feeling some hype today? Hope you are. Hope you're feeling plenty of hype. We're here to have some fun. These runners, they both survived group play to get here. And looks like iiPK just picked up a win? He did! A win in practice for iiPK. Now, he may not have been so much in coin collection mode in his practice. He may have just been going for the win. It's a little bit different animal. Sometimes you don't need as many coins in the bank just to chase a win, but you're definitely going to be in collection mode for this. AdamElf's game, though, has been stuck on 3 players for a while. With that bullet bill launcher, he had the chance to farm some bullets to spam on his opponents, but just did the one. You know, I said he may not farm coins. That doesn't mean he didn't. That was quite the number for iiPK. Oh, he unlocks a blooper icon. How about that? Maybe he'll change. Doesn't really serve any purpose, but he might. Alright, so again, this is runner warm-up. They started this while the other match was still ongoing, so we're not starting the heads-up play here until AdamElf wraps up this one, but that's some confidence building there for iiPK. A great practice run. And into the 8s for AdamElf here. Got some Hammer Bros going. And into that red time. Alright, so proposal has been put out there. We will see how it goes when Adam finishes. He's getting all the Hammer Bros out there. This is a good time to do that. And he's getting a few back here on 1-1, but still a good amount of time on his side. And believe he just picked up a win. So both of our runners winning their practice matchup right before we start. Okay, chat. So here is what we're going to do. We're going to attempt a countdown in the setup channel and try to get our runners in the same lobby. They both agreed to that. We're going to give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. As we get them ready, let me reintroduce this so that we're ready to go on the YouTube side and it all makes sense. This is the semifinals. This is a battle between iiPK and AdamElf. The name of the game is Collect the Coins. Go for all the shinies, build up your wealth, whatever you want to call it. The end of this matchup will be whoever has the most coins will advance to the finals. You have 3 tries to collect as many coins as you can, and winning the game gets you the most. So with that, let's give him a countdown. We've given him a countdown. We will see how it goes. Chat, who you rooting for? Let's hear it. Y'all have been a little weak on the emote spam game. I'm just saying, you could step that up a little. Let's see what you really got here. But good luck to both our runners. Let's have some fun. Mario 35, iiPK versus AdamElf. Let's do this thing. Now, with stream delay, I don't think we've seen enough yet to know whether or not it is the same lobby by any means, but we'll find out once people start getting eliminated and they're in different ones. Alright, we tried. So the score is 0. They start from scratch here, and it's collect the most coins. So you won't know how much somebody has until it finishes, and determines bonuses based on rank, things like that. But as far as their current coin collection, that'll give you a pretty good idea. And the longer you survive, the better you're going to do. Of course, there is a premium on winning. Early game, you definitely need to build up some time. Time is not your friend until you get a bunch of it. And get that early fire flower. Try to keep it as long as you can. Stay off the roulettes so you keep your coin count high. Dip into it if you need to, though, because you certainly don't want to take a death. These 1-ups, of course, they're worth a free 20 coins. So there's never more than one 1-up mushroom in a level, but it's a quick way to pad your coin count when you get the opportunity. When you have Fire Flower Mario already, grabbing the Fire Flower again, it gives you a 15-second bonus. If you're watching us live, of course, we saw the runners doing some practice that they had started before the match, and we don't want their rankings or anything to suffer, so they weren't actually in battle yet. That was just a warm-up. This is them actually doing battle game 1 for both runners. Of course, the coin heaven's nice. Not only do you get more coins, but you avoid the enemies that would be on screen. And you see the numbers thin out pretty quickly for the top and bottom half of the fields. And a lot of early Goombas and Koopas. They come out in plenty of numbers early on. Now you start to see some piranhas coming up over there on AdamElf's side. Ooh, and the Cheep Cheeps are flying around. Great time to get into that little sub-world bonus. Pick up some coins and not be dealing with Cheep Cheeps. Better to make the opponent deal with Cheep Cheeps than have to deal with them yourself. You can see at least one of his opponents is, in fact, in a water level and looks to have been targeting him from there. Over on that right side. And not the most fun level to be in here for AdamElf. This is definitely one where you gotta be careful of the jumps, and the wrong enemy in the wrong place can really mess up your momentum. Chad asks who I am. I am Trenton, and I am happy to be with you here. Hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. And we are into the castle for iiPK, doing the 1-4 thing. A chance to see some Bowsers going out there. Of course, you have to manage the fire bars now. It's quite a bit different, even when you throw Koopas in there, versus the original of not having any enemies there and just timing the fire bars. Bowser on screen. If you don't have the Fire Flower, you can kill him with the shell. Of course, you can just jump over him, hit the axe. It all works out. iiPK has got a KO so far, to his credit. Of course, when you KO someone, you pick up half their coins, so that's a quick bonus to you. As far as when you don't kill them, it's all in the pot for the winner of the game. So both of them doing a wonderful job so far. Staying alive, that's very important. You want to thin these numbers out. They haven't really had a chance to throw some of the nastier enemies like Hammer Bros at their opponents yet. iiPK, though, did just take that opportunity to put some Bowsers on the board. Interesting, you haven't seen any of them come back, though. So that may have been a case of his opponents were not targeting attackers, that maybe they bypassed it by going into a subworld or a coin heaven. Different possibilities, but when you haven't seen the Bowsers come back, that is interesting. Means you get to do whatever damage you did without having to worry about it, and another one goes down on iiPK's side, though not a direct KO. Chat talking about Hammer Bros and Bowser being OP. Of course, the real OP is the Bowsers with hammers. Well, AdamElf into one of these dark background levels of 3-3. 3-3 only has the one power-up, no stars, no one-ups, not a lot of remarkable things about the level other than the jumps, but as far as benefits for a runner, not really a lot here. Back into 1-1 and taking care of business as iiPK, about to head to the warp zone of 1-2. That was a very well-placed Piranha for causing trouble, but iiPK more than ready to deal with it, and is moving on to 3-1. 3-1 is noteworthy for having 3 power-ups, also has the Hammer Bros, so a chance to drop some Hammer Bros on the competition. It does also have a 1-up, so 20 more coins available from that. And hey, there's a Bowser on the board for iiPK. Ooh, he took a hit, but he's got a star, so he's going to be able to take care of business with that Bowser anyways, heading into the Hammer Bros. He's still Big Mario, because he got the star in time, so able to repower up to the Fire Flower without having to break into his roulette. Well played, as AdamElf's going to just cruise right on over that Bowser. Easy jump every time, and he's going to be dealing with some fishies. Bringing in the fishies there. They are a great enemy to spam in quantities on your enemies, especially if they are in the wrong level. Those guys flying around can really mess up a run. And looks like a Bowser comes back to haunt AdamElf, and that is a bad jump. He's got to take the damage boost to get past it. Sometimes you just have to do what you have to do to get by it. It obviously didn't want to give that up, but Bowser's not going down in one fireball, so you're either going to roulette, try and get a star or a POW, or you're going to damage boost, and he chose damage boost. Adam will survive the level and head into another castle needing a power-up to get back his fire. He's in 1-4. So the easiest of the castles, of course. And a big chance for a time combo here with that shell. Look at all those kills. It's a beautiful thing. Just gotta manage these fire bars, and he's good. And got another Bowser, but this time he can throw fireballs for days. That takes care of business. This is game 1 of 3 for each of the runners as they try and build up their coin count. iiPK's got the Hammer Bros going on over there. And not too many left on either side right now. You can tell these are both some very high-level runners. Of course, they had to survive group play, get here in the first place. one KO so far for iiPK, and Adam has not picked up one yet. Alright, so Adam down to, looks like 3 opponents, iiPK with 5 left. Ooh, the Lakitu in the castle. Now that could cause you a little bit of trouble, but iiPK dodging left and right and up and down and all over, taking care of business. Bowser's down. I think he's making sure the Lakitu is on screen when he hits the axe, but he's farming some Spinies too. So he's throwing those Spinies out to mess with his opponents. And maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like the Lakitu actually flew off screen. So just the Spinies without the Lakitu, but here comes Lakitu back into him. If he goes down the warp, it'll despawn the Lakitu, or he could try and manage this over to that Fire Flower, which looks to be the play. Oof. Trying to do a lot of dodging there. Gets past the Bowser, but the Lakitu is off screen. So no Lakitu returned fire to his opponents. With 500 coins built up for Adam, iiPK not far behind that at all. Into the castle, got the bloopers going around in the castle. 2-4 here for AdamElf, as iiPK's got plenty of nastiness guarding this staircase. There is that one power-up in 2-4, nothing else really remarkable other than the jumps, but as far as enemies, power-ups, one-ups, not really a lot going on there. Ducking to avoid the fire. You can kill Bowser with the shell. That may have been a good play there, but the shell goes the other direction. Off the damage boost, Adam's just going to jump for it. He gets the roulette and gets his Fire Flower back, but most importantly, gets the kill, gets the clear, and he's back into 1-2. So iiPK is going to go running through a bunch of enemies, including a few Hammer Bros with his star. They are both taking care of business right now. Alright, throwing the piranhas around. Of course, they can really mess up some basic jumps by being in the way. And some Hammer Bros right at the start of 1-1. Really important to try and never take that second hit so you can get back the Fire Flower easily. Of course, original SMB1, if you took a hit, you went all the way to Small Mario. So this is a more forgiving than that you just have the step in between, as became standard in Mario. You go down to just Super Mario, and you have the chance to reacquire your power-up like the Fire Flower. If you're interested in more of these events, be sure to join the Discord for GSA so you can stay up to date on things and stay in the loop. Also, make sure you check out the upcoming Stack Up for Speed event. That's going to happen November 26th through the 29th here on Speedrun on Twitch. Submissions open. They're looking for all kinds of runs to support that cause. AdamElf in one of the speedrun's most infamous levels of 4-2, making his way up to the coin heaven. And 4-1, also one of the infamous levels of the speedrun for Mario Bros. 1. iiPK farming some Spinies there. And plenty of Hammer Bros going on right now, so that's a fight, and neither one of them has seen the enemy count drop in a while, so they're playing some high-level competition right now. Adam is in the 8s, and looks like he's down to Small Mario. Bad place to be. Forces him to use a roulette, but he's fortunate to get the Fire Flower back. So now a lot of Hammer Bros to deal with, and they snipe him. He's trying to do this as Super Mario, but no, he can't get to the power-up in time, goes back to small, and has to use another roulette. It was only a POW, so he doesn't get... He clears the screen, which is a good result, but does not have fire now. He's just at Big Mario. Using these shells wisely to clear out some room. They also combo nicely to give you time bonuses. iiPK is in red time. That timer counting down much faster for him right now than you're seeing on Adam's side. Another quality of life feature, by the way, if you get the power-up open where it's a fire flower and collected as small Mario, it still takes you to fire. So it skips the Super Mario phase and just puts you at firepower. That is a nice little quality of life element that they added to this game. There's a few of those out there. Good snipe with the shell on Adam's side there. Got the Hammer Bros killed with it. Very well done. This is a bad place to be in. These stairs with the Hammer Bro, with Bowser, with Lakitu. There is a lot of surviving going on right now. iiPK did pick up a KO there. KOs, you pick up half of somebody's coins directly instead of them going into the pot for the winner of the game. This is going to be such a monster number for either of these runners to win. But again, iiPK in the red time. And now Adam is as well. So iiPK got there first, which is not surprising since this matchup actually started first. Into 2-1. Of course, it just has that one power-up. Has the Potaboos hanging around as well, but they're hard to get in, throw at your enemies, because obviously a fireball is not going to work. Adam not having a great time with these Hammer Bros. They come chasing you. He can get that Fire Flower. He does. And like I was saying earlier, you go straight to Fire Mario. You don't have to have the intermediate step. iiPK's down to Small Mario. Needs some better results from his roulette. He got to Super Mario and gonna take the high road. That'll work out. Bowser goes down. Into 2-3, and the nice kill of the Hammer Bro off the ricochet. The shell went all the way up to the pipe, bounced back, and took out the Hammer Bro nicely after missing it the first time. Gave iiPK the clear shot to that Fire Flower power-up that he was wanting. Adam is behind on time now versus iiPK. Can't tell the situation for his opponent right now. I just see the one active opponent now for Adam. iiPK still got two others up there. And they're taking some hits lately. iiPK again is back down to Super Mario, but he's got a chance to pick up a Fire Flower here. And good timing for that as well, because, hey, here's Bowser. Dance, Bowser, dance! iiPK collecting the coins. He's back down to Small Mario, but Super Mario, but he is able to get the flag. And yet again, Hammer Bros trying to guard the Fire Flower, but iiPK takes care of business with a shell. This timer is starting to get low for Adam. Where is his opponent at? Most important thing is to win. He does not have to outlast iiPK, but he does have to outlast his opponent. And it looks like that's a win for iiPK. He got the KO against the last player, too. We'll see what his final score is. Adam's match still continues. And absolutely throw some GGs out there for iiPK, putting up a 27-34. So, Adam's chasing a bigger target, but he still has to win, so nothing confirmed yet. He takes the pipe transition. Now, every time you're going through the pipes, you notice the timer freezes, so that can squeeze out a little bit of benefit for you. iiPK going to move on to game 2. And it looks like that may have been it for Adam. Looks like he's got the win. So GG to both our runners. Both of them picked up wins in a big session there. And we will have the scores in just a bit. Unlocks a paracoop. All right, iiPK is on to game 2. Adam will be going there in just a bit. He says, I don't know who Diego is, but he's the MVP for iiPK. He only had 9 seconds left at the end. So it looks like 1916 the coin count for Adam. That is definitely a lead, and significantly for iiPK. All right, a coin heaven here for iiPK. Adam's yet to start his second, but we should see him going pretty soon here. So it's an interesting position to find yourself in with iiPK putting up such a strong first round. You know he's got the lead even if you win the second round, probably. He is probably still in the lead if you win the second round, but you don't want to obsess to the point you make mistakes. You're still trying the same basic thing. Win the game, pick up those coins as best you can along the way. About half the players out for iiPK now, maybe a little more. As AdamElf gets ready to start his next game. Classic 1-1 start, why not? So chat having some discussions about this. We can't force players to be in the same game. We can't have them in the same lobby. We did make an attempt to line them up on game 1, but the, servers, it just didn't work out for us. iiPK on game 2. Adam has just started his game 2. And, of course, the early game, you're going to see lots of Goombas, lots of Koopas. Ooh, iiPK took a hit. He's back down to Super Mario, but of course, this game's going to give you plenty of chances to pick up new power-ups. There aren't that many levels that do not have power-ups available. That would be 2-2, 4-4, 6-4, 7-2, 7-4, 8-1, and 8-4, I believe. Actually, that doesn't account for Subworlds, so one of two of those may be off. Now, the unfortunate thing about losing your power-ups is you indirectly lose time when you don't have them, because when you're reacquiring those fire flowers, like iiPK there, he's not getting the 15-second time bonus. Now, how important is that right now? But becomes more important as the game goes on. So it's a subtle time loss, really, in two ways, because you may not be able to clear enemies as fast, and you're not getting that 15-second bonus when picking up a new fire flower. Well, Chad talking about the luck versus skill factor, and I have to say, this is my second match. In the last match, we saw 2 wins, 2 wins, 3 wins, and one of those non-wins was a second place. Then in this match, we've seen both Adam and iiPK win. So that's a pretty high percentage of our featured runners winning out of 35 random opponents. That suggests there's quite a bit of skill going on, or we wouldn't see anything resembling that. I mean, just the idea you'd see both runners at the same time win their game. Out of 35, if it was a 1 in 35 chance, those odds would be extremely low. But I'm not going to do math while live on Twitch, because that will always betray you. Alright, the 1-2 warp zone for iiPK. He's going to go back into 1-2. Looks like Adam's got a KO on the board so far. None in this matchup for iiPK. Takes a hit, so he's going to need to reacquire his firepower. And he will do that. Ooh, we're into a castle for Adam here, a 1-4. So a chance to see Bowser coming out to play in his game. iiPK farming some coins off the 10 block. Of course, you're not getting enemies in that subworld, so you got all the time you need, well, aside from timer, to pick up your coins. Very important to pick up those combos as much as you can, because they give bonus time on the consecutive kills. Shells are great for that, of course. It's an easy way to pick up a bunch of kills. Now both players are back into 1-2, but some cheap-cheeps over on AdamElf's side. Well, saw the one, thought there were more. Looks like one of his players is in one of his opponents in a water level right now, but not targeting AdamElf right now. There's a few cheap-cheeps going on. So, might be coming in directly. Chad asking, what's the strategy here? We're all about those coins. They want to pick up as many coins as they can. That is our scoring method, and that very much rewards winning. You get far more coins for winning than you do for anything else. So the higher the count, theoretically, it's a theoretical measure of overall performance. Now, is it perfect? Well, is anything perfect? But it's working. It's getting the job done. And make no mistake, our runners have earned every coin they've got. Of course, you want to win the match, but you're trying to pick up as many as you can along the way, because now you're not just battling the opponents in your game. You know you're battling someone outside your game as well. So you want people to live long enough for you to farm coins, but you also don't want them making your life too hard. Those cheap-cheeps took Adam all the way down to Small Mario, but he was able to pick up the Fire Flower because he had hit the block first. And it takes you all the way back to Fire Flower, but took the hit again coming down. Those cheap-cheeps can do some damage. iiPK gonna go for another lap on 1-2. Adam's trying not to spend his roulette here and just take care of things the old-fashioned way, jump on their head. But once he goes down to Small Mario, he roulettes and only gets the Super Mario. But with 1-2, he's quickly able to reestablish firepower. Back in the same level as iiPK. iiPK down to 7 in his match, 8 in the match for Adam. Adam's got a lot more of the seafood running around. He's got the bloopers. We've seen the Cheep Cheeps. Hadn't seen too much of that on iiPK's side. There's a Bowser for Adam, and he's taking the time to farm the coins before he hits the Bowser. And now in the warp zone, iiPK gonna jump to 3-2. So 3-2 has a star available. Not really anything remarkable for the enemies, other than, of course, what other opponents have sent you. And Adam's gonna go for 1-3. Interesting choice in that you've got all these jumps, but he's got another KO. In fact, that's his 4th. Last time I had looked at that, he'd only had 1, so picked up a few since, which is not really that surprising to me when you see all the Cheep Cheeps and bloopers he's been dealing with. One sort of follows the other. Up close and personal with that Bowser, who is needs to back it up a step there. But Adam took care of business in 1-3, and he is moving on now in 3-1. So 3-1 has a bunch of power-ups available, also has some Hammer Bros, and a 1-up available for his trouble. So a lot can happen good for you in 3-1. And of course this bonus coin stage as well, so she has to pick up a bunch of coins easily. 3-1 has got to be one of the preferred levels anytime you can get it. Couple Hammer Bros there. Adam takes his time. He wanted to get all of them spammed out to his opponents. And now he's going to climb up that vine and collect more coins. iiPK down to Small Mario against the Lakitu. He's going to take the flagpole. And looks like his opponent is in a castle where you really don't want to see a bunch of Lakitus right now. So that's a good time to send them. And that opponent staying alive despite the Lakitus, and iiPK has sent him some more Spinies just to make sure. And this is a narrow level his opponent is in, so that's a great time to send these. Now, how many is he going to get in return? Well, iiPK in a little trouble here, but the POW takes care of business against those Bowsers. He's back to Small Mario, though, and that is not a power-up area. The mushroom, and iiPK is back up to Super Mario, throws the shell. In 4-1, there are 2 power-ups total. So they exist, and there exists some Lakitu spam. Got 4 of them up right now. That shell really took care of business and cleaned things up for iiPK, who again is farming some Spinies for his opponents. Adam is down to heads-up play. So the elimination's coming a bit faster on his side. Again, iiPK started his match first. And has the coin lead, but not by a lot. Those Lakitus love to drop their arsenal from a distance. They don't like to get up close and personal with you. You start getting up there, and then they start getting dodgy. 4-2, one of the most infamous levels of speedrunning for Mario Brothers, and that Cheep Cheep just came right out of nowhere and sniped at him. That's the difference that these things can make. The right enemy at the right time, and there can just literally be nothing you can do about it but take the hit. So you almost never want to be running around as Small Mario. I mean, right when you start is one thing, but you want to avoid being Small Mario. I say that as iiPK becomes Small Mario and comes into 2-4, the castle. This is gonna have a power-up available, just the one. iiPK's back up to Super Mario, and Adam's going for a nice, refreshing swim. And unfortunately, it's not quite so refreshing, but he gets the star on roulette. Hasn't killed anything with it yet. Now a few Cheep Cheeps. iiPK is also down to Small Mario, using the star. This is not going to last long enough for Bowser. Second attempt is a POW, so he's going to have to go to a third attempt on the roulette. This time he's got the fire, and he is going to clear Bowser out of the way. Castle 4-4, you don't always see this one. Now, this is the first one of the maze concept. You have to go up first over the lava, then here you have to go down. So he's going to go left, drop down, and that's the way you beat the maze of Castle 4-4. One of those things you're going to have to know if you're playing Mario 35, because you have to beat this level. But that's far from the hardest puzzle that there is. Chat noticing Adam's timer, and indeed, it's down to 155. Now, of course, he only has the one opponent, so he doesn't have as many enemies coming in to build up that timer with. Lakitus, though, they can give you quite a few enemies to kill and build up your timer, or he may be trying to slow this down and not kill a lot of enemies and not give his opponent a lot of chance to build up his timer. 3 Lakitus on screen. They're going to go straight over to his opponent, and we are into the 8s. 8-3. It's a long one. It's a lot of Hammer Bros. It's that one mushroom there. And there is actually one more power-up in this 8-3. So if you're able to survive without the hits, which he's not, instead, Adam's going to be moving on with a star and clears out the Hammer Bros, trying to take care of business with the Lakitus without taking a hit. Roulettes again, he gets a POW block. Past all the Hammer Bros now. Bad placement for a Lakitu, and I said he was past the Hammer Bros. One was chasing him, coming right for him. He's back into safe ground on 1-1, though. iiPK's timer is now not much better than Adam's is, but Adam's going to pick up the win. And did we get simultaneous wins? How about that? How about those simultaneous wins? iiPK finishing with 200 more base coins, but a 350, basically. 330 more bonus coins for AdamElf. So, how about that? Chat, any applause emotes? What you got? Anything appropriate to the situation? So, 2,800 for Adam, 2,500 for iiPK. Adam makes up a little bit of ground, but iiPK had that big lead out of game 1. I don't know about you, but I need some water after that. High on the drama. It's 500 difference. Obviously, you know, for both of these runners that they are in a fight here. They need to win and not leave things to chance with an opponent who has won as much as you're seeing on the opposite side. That's true for both of them. IPK's looking at Adam and saying, this guy just keeps winning. Adam's looking at IPK and saying, that guy just keeps winning. Chat's giving us plenty of emote hype in chat. Woo! We've had some fun here, haven't we, chat? They are setting up. We're going to attempt getting them on the same level. The countdown's been given. And we will see how this works out. Of course, we don't know instantaneously whether or not they're in the same. We'll be able to tell based on eliminations pretty quickly, though. Because we see somebody eliminated on one side and not on the other. Well, you know. IPK hoping for 1-2. Adam hoping for 8-3. And with that, Game 3 begins. IPK, AdamElf, last game of the semifinals. Winner goes on to the finals. They'll have about maybe an hour's break, probably right around an hour break while the next semifinal plays. And already a KO for IPK. That didn't take long. Bunch of people dropped out quickly on IPK's side. 11 down already, and now they're starting to catch up. The knockouts over on Adam's side. Yeah, but different patterns, obviously, on the KOs, so not the same lobby for these runners. We gave it a shot. Both of these were gamers. They were up for the challenge. And we gave it our best chance. As both of our runners now into 1-2, and again, we are trying to collect the most coins that we can. IPK looks to be right around 530-ish coin lead coming in here, so Adam really has to pick up a big number here. Just winning is not going to be enough, and just beating IPK by a little bit is not going to be enough. He needs to put up a convincing number. Can't rely on IPK losing here, because, hey, it's IPK, and he's had a tremendous day so far. Whoever has the most coins at the end of this matchup wins, and you get the most coins for winning, and it's not really that close for second place, so there is a big premium on winning these matchups. That is what both of these runners are trying to do, while picking up as many coins along the way as they can. It's like one KO directly for each of our runners so far. Now, bear in mind, both the runners are free to know what's going on. They can be watching the stream, they can be keeping up with anything they want to, but again, you don't want to take too much focus off anything, because one missed jump and you have ruined your whole run. So the pressure is tight, and predominantly their focus has to stay on their own game. I think the biggest thing is they'll definitely want to know if their opponent is eliminated. But other than that, there's not really a lot of useful information, because they're getting the coin count in chat anyways, so they are aware of what the gap is. IPK knows he's got that lead. Adam knows what he's chasing. And now we know that in the warp zone, IPK is going to take 1-1. Makes sense. You probably don't want to go 1-3 too often. Alright, Adam's into the castle here of 2-4. Got the one power-up available here. Got Potaboos going on, but nothing else too crazy. He gets a Spiny falling on his head. He's trying to run it out on the iframes. Bold strategy that not really working, but he gets the Fire Flower on the roulette. So he tried to cover ground while on the iframes. He gets that done. This is not a pleasant jump here with all those Lakitus because they can just really mess up your momentum. Any hits can just kill your momentum completely, and Adam is through to the axe. Boy, look at all these Spinies right here at the start of 1-2, but Adam is back up to Super Mario. iiPK has to jump through the trees on 1-3. And Adam's gonna catch a breather here in the subworld. No enemies to deal with there. Get some coins for your trouble as well. iiPK starting over once again at 1-1. It's like 4 KOs piled up so far for Adam, 2 for iiPK. It has the advantage of sending you more coins directly. Benefit of that, as far as this structure goes, is you know somebody else isn't blowing those coins on the roulette. Like, if they didn't spend those coins and they died, yeah, you get the same number. But by getting them sent directly to you on a KO, then they're in your control. And they're only getting spent on a roulette if you absolutely need it. Whereas if anybody else has those coins, you don't want them rouletting. You just want their coins. iiPK takes the hit back down to Super Mario. Very important to keep your survival going right now. Get back up to Fire Flower anytime you can. And yeah, oh by the way, keep your eye on the timer. That too. And collect as many coins. Can someone explain the KO thing to you? Chat asks. I will be happy to. A KO means they're dead. They're gone. They're off to the great coin heaven in the sky. There is no more Marioing for them in this round. They'll have to start a new game. When it's a red or orange KO, whatever color you prefer to deem that, that means that they directly were responsible for the kill. Adam has picked up the win. This is not as good as it looks like. So he will take the lead, but this was his last game and was not the chance to build up his coin count that he would hope. He is in trouble if iiPK wins. So, back to the explanation of the KO. If it's an orange KO, you are getting half of the player's coins who just died. If it's a blue KO, then half of those coins just go into the pot and available to the winner. You'd much rather the orange have them be in your control. Alright, make no mistake, there is pressure on iiPK in that he still has to win this. The lead is there for Adam. If iiPK does not win, there's no way he's scoring 1,400, 1,500 points. He has to win to get that kind of score. But what Adam has going for him is that win is in the clubhouse. He's got it already. He doesn't have to survive and build up those coin counts. So any slip up by iiPK, the wrong enemy impact over a pit, and that will spell the end of both this game, this round, everything for iiPK. Who is going on to the finals? The drama is high. Alright, iiPK's got the star power up. And you gotta wonder if this gets into iiPK's head at all. Does he play a more conservative game just to make sure he wins? Or does he continue classic IPK style? Stick with your comfort level, stick with the aggressive play. Don't throw yourself off by trying to be too conservative and mess something up. A lot of water levels going on IPK's side. He's in one, two of his opponents were in a water level at the same time. Expect a lot of bloopers and a lot of cheeps. This is the semifinals. Both of these runners had to advance here out of their group. The winner going on to the finals. That'll be a little over an hour. iiPK taking his time through here. He's really killing these enemies. That's good not only for the enemy spam, but make sure he's not getting in trouble with something when he gets too close to it. He's trying to keep the range with these fireballs. He's doing it well. The only downside is you lose some time. His slow approach, it does shed some time. He's not killing enemies fast enough to make time right now. It's just not gonna come off at a blazing quick speed by any means, mind you. But Hammer Bro gets him. Hammer Bro, he's down to Small Mario. Has to roulette, uses the POW. The POW clears everything out, but it's not that helpful. That's a lot of spam. Between him and the pipe, he's going to pick up the star and clear everything out to get out of here. But he's still Small Mario and needs to power up. He's got another KO to his credit, though. Those Hammer Bros guard his power up. He uses the roulette for a mushroom and gets to Super Mario status. The Fire Flower is live, so he goes straight to Fire Mario. Has to go Matrix level dodging of the hammers to collect that Fire Flower without taking any damage, but he does it. iiPK, it's down to 3. One of his opponents in a water level, one in a castle level, and what do you know? Another Bowser in the way, followed by a blooper. That's quite the combo there. This drama is high. Again, Adam with the win in the bank. iiPK basically has to win. Technically, it could be possible, I suppose, to score enough, but not realistically. Have to be a long, long game from here. But almost any win is going to do it. Opponent low on time runs out of time, and iiPK is going to take down the win of his game. This is almost certainly going to be enough. He just has to hit over 1,400, and he's going to do that easily. 2,500, iiPK takes it down. He's your winner, going on to the finals. Chat, GG's for both runners. They both went 3-0 for you here. This was every bit the fight you could ask for. I mean, Adam went up, he put up 3 wins. You couldn't really ask for a lot more, but iiPK managed to do a bit more. Takes a good win into the finals. Oh, chat, that's not nearly enough GG's. Come on now. Give these runners some GG's. They earned it. Now we're talking. Thank you, chat. So we have our next semifinals on deck.
All right. Rajda, thank you so much.
And then following that will be the finals in about an hour from now. Make sure you check out the GSA Discord to stay up to date on events coming up. Of course, the let me get the right name here. Make sure I say the name right. The Stack Up the Speed Marathon is open for submissions. You have 1 week to submit any runs you would like for that marathon coming up in late November. So I believe that is going to put a bow on this one, and we will wish iiPK a good race in the finals, and we'll see what happens. Thanks, everybody, and hope you have a great rest of your day.